Welcome back to James on James, episode 8.
I'm James Johnson.
I'm James Writing. I totally forgot how to do this. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. We took a little break over Thanksgiving. I'm actually James Writing.
And I'm James Johnson.
Yeah, so you're probably still confused, but, we're both James.
Yeah.
James on James.
That's all that really matters.
James. Speaking of, did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Yeah, it was pretty fun. It was the first Thanksgiving I haven't done with my family, like my parents.
They all moved.
Yeah, they moved down to Texas.
I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah, they're all gone.
I think it's the alcohol.
That's probably it.
Yeah. My car broke down.
Oh, I thought you fixed your car.
Oh, yeah, it's fixed now, but it broke down on Thanksgiving.
Oh, since we last recorded a podcast, it broke down, and then you fixed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of shit has happened.
Yeah?
Yeah, not really. Something that did happen, though, which I'm so excited to talk about. I'm just jumping right into it. Fuck it. Yeah. The Old Hunters. It's finally out.
Yeah, we've been talking about it forever, and it finally came out.
Mm-hmm.
So the Old Hunters is the first and only DLC for Bloodborne.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad that it's like the first and only, but then again, they did the same thing with Darksiders or Dark Souls 2. Not Darksiders.
Really, all that DLC was one pack?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's like 3 or 4 different places you can go that are DLC in Dark Souls 2.
Yeah, well, it's kind of the same in Old Hunters.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, I mean it's awesome though. It's fucking hard. I think
it is super hard.
By the time you listen to this, you probably already heard that it's fucking hard. Like I still haven't beat it. I've been kind of waiting though because it's like the first DLC. I want to wait to beat it, so I've just been running around helping all my other friends do the stuff in the game.
Yeah, I have not quite beaten it yet. I still have a good bit to go.
Yeah, well, we won't ruin too much because I was just about to ask you where you are, but we should.
Alright, well, I upgraded to Windows 10 and shit's all different now and it pauses recordings when I don't want it to and...
Yeah! It's because I told it to. I was like, Cortana? Fuck it.
Fucking Cortana?
We can't use Cortana because we're cool.
Yeah, I tried to set up Cortana and it's like you gotta have a Windows ID, so I typed in my Windows ID with all my passwords and it didn't work, so I gave up. Well, we're never gonna know what it's like to converse with Cortana on Windows 10.
I know. I bet you be like, call me Master Chief, bitch. She's like, hello, Master Chief, bitch. You're like, no, you're saying it wrong.
Not like that.
You're the bitch.
But yeah, so overall, what do you think of the new Hunters, or the Old Hunters? Are you impressed with it? Are you happy with it?
I fucking love it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely gotten to the point where I got so pissed. Like,
yeah.
But it's beatable.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I've even played with some friends on a New Game. Like, you're on New Game Plus 4.
Yeah.
I was playing with the guy who's on New Game Plus 9. Didn't quite get to beat the first boss with him.
Yeah, that first boss was really hard on my game.
All the bosses are really tough. There's a few I can think I didn't struggle with, but when I went to other people's world, for some reason we struggled with that boss.
Yeah.
And vice versa. But I love all the new... Like, I'm very big on appearances in game, like how your character can look, like customization. They added a bunch of new armor. All the weapons are awesome.
Yeah.
And I still resort back to my chimichanga, but I still enjoy playing around with the new ones.
Yeah. I haven't used the new weapons much, just because, like, it's such a stark contrast between my, like, level 10 weapons to jump down to, like, a level 1 weapon. Or you've got to put, like, a huge investment in leveling it up just to see if you really like it. So I did that with one of the new weapons, that, like, whirly blade thing.
Oh, that one's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool.
Me and my little brother, we were doing some PvP the other night, and I was kicking his ass. But he did beat me once, but we had a good, like, I almost say it was like a 15-minute fight. And he was using the whirly blade, and, man, he was just, like, trying to corner me and, like, get in there and, like, saw me down.
Yeah.
The only reason I won is because he didn't have a whole lot of stamina, so it would run his stamina out really fast, and I was able to dodge out using quickening, and then just snuck up behind him.
Yeah. So there are a ton of hunters in this DLC. Like,
yes,
so many hunters.
They're more of like the average units. You know, you run through and you fight the wolves.
And they do respawn. Like, in the normal Bloodborne campaign, once you beat a hunter, they don't respawn.
Right. There are some hunters that won't.
Really?
Yeah. There's Like 2 before the elevator into the research hall.
The research hall that's in the DLC?
Yeah.
Oh, that won't respawn. I see
They
what you're
won't
saying. There are some
respawn.
in the DLC that won't respawn. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's a lot of hunters that do. They're just
Yeah,
like the
most of
regular
them
units.
do. Yeah.
And I mean, if you know how to kill them, I guess you could say it's easy. But a lot of times I get fucking wasted by it.
Yeah, but that's what that whole game is about. Like it's really hard if you don't know how to do it, but if you know how to do it, then it's totally doable.
But even then, like something might come out that you weren't expecting, like a dog.
Yeah.
I fucking hate the dogs.
Yeah.
And then they'll just fuck up your shit, and it was like, ah, damn it, I just lost 250,000 souls.
Yep.
I mean, blood echoes.
Yeah, whatever. Everybody calls them souls.
Yeah, they're souls. The bosses are one thing that they really did, like, overkill it with as far as difficulty.
Well, I feel like what they're trying to do with this DLC is, like, give something for the people who were, like, really hardcore into this game.
Yeah.
This is definitely not for people who kind of played the first half and just stopped, you know?
Yeah, no,
there's still a whole half of the game for those people. Like, this is definitely for people who were really into it, because it's not easy to get into the DLC area. You have to beat a good bit of the game, you have to get a certain item, and then go to a specific area just to get pulled into it.
And, I mean, they start you off strong with the first boss. I'm pretty sure we could talk about him. He's pretty well known. Like,
yeah.
It's Ludwig, who's
Ludwig.
the first of the Healing Church. I know all about the lore, so if I go too crazy. But he actually uses the Moonlight Sword, which is the sword that the Ludwig's Holy Blade was based off of.
Right.
And he's cool. He's like a half horse, half man demon.
He's just like the Vicar, isn't he? No, I'm thinking of
Lawrence.
Yeah, Lawrence.
But Lawrence isn't like the Vicar. Lawrence is like the Cleric Beast.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, because the Vicar is big. Like, she's a bit bigger.
Yeah, and she's got longer limbs.
Yeah, but they took, like, the easiest boss in that game. Actually, that's debatable, but
the first boss.
Yeah, the first boss, and turned him into a living fucking nightmare.
Yeah, he was really hard.
I can't believe that fight.
Yeah, we barely managed to beat him on my game.
Yeah. I think I died too.
But that's totally a trend with all of these fights, is like we barely get through them.
Yeah, but that's cool too, because when you do it, you're like, yes!
Yeah.
Oh, we did it!
Yeah. So...
Amazing game.
I feel like it makes sense that all of the boss fights are just super fucking hard, because the DLC is for people who have gotten through the normal game and still want a bigger challenge, so...
Well, they definitely delivered on that.
Yeah, for sure. It is very hard.
One thing I noticed that, I don't know if it was announced or anything, but as far as connecting with other players, I find it really easy now since the DLC's come out.
I wonder if that's just because there are more people playing because the DLC's out. Because, like,
that could be true.
The game came out in February, and you didn't get it until, what, like...
2 months ago.
September? October?
I think it was October.
Yeah. So, I'm sure a lot of people fell off in that span of time. Like, I wasn't playing Bloodborne a lot when you got yours.
What I mean, like, I could see that, but when you're password specific with a friend that you are playing with,
yeah,
like before that would even take like somewhere from like 2 to 5 minutes, and now I feel like it's almost just like a minute. It's just like boom, and sometimes instantly. I don't know, because it's something I noticed. It was easier to connect with like you, Derek, Craig.
See, and I didn't have any friends who had a PS4 before you got yours, so I didn't play Bloodborne with anybody besides just like random people.
Aww.
Yeah, that's why I was telling you to get a PS4 for like months.
No, you make me blush. No, I'm just kidding. I'm so glad I did. I actually got PlayStation now.
Yeah.
I've been enjoying it. They have some good fighting games. I don't want to go too far into it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like $20 a month, but you get to play a lot of previous old titles. You stream them.
Yeah, they do have a deal going on right now that's $100 for the whole year.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I might have to do that.
Which, I don't know, like... It sounds pretty steep to me. Like, when you think about it, maybe it's not, because you have whatever PS3 games, whatever games they have on there that you can play for a whole year.
It's just not PS3 games. I mean,
yeah, it's mostly PS3 games.
Yeah, it's mostly PS3. But I was going through, and they have, like, all the God of War, including Ascension.
Ascension.
Ascension, sorry. I haven't played that one. I heard it wasn't, like, the best, but, you know, I love God of War, so I'm definitely, you know, looking to give it a try.
Yeah. I'd like to go back through 2 and 3. Not so much 1 or Ascension, but 2 and 3 were
2
good.
and 3 was awesome.
Yeah.
1 made me so mad I threw my bed against the wall and broke my window.
Really?
Yeah. I was playing upstairs. It was the chaotic upstairs, like back in my patient
Oh, at your
house.
parents' house?
Yeah, and I got so mad I grabbed the bed and just like threw it, but it, like how it hit the window,
Uh-huh.
it just
Just broke your window.
all of a sudden I just hear it's like, oh shit, mom's on her way upstairs.
Oh, it was your mom.
Yeah.
Nice. I bet your mom would have been really mad, but I bet your dad would have been way more upset about it.
I don't know. It's so surprising to me. Like when you think your parents are gonna be mad at you, like you're like, oh crap, I just broke this, and you think my dad's gonna be really mad.
Yeah.
It's the opposite.
Really?
Like I remember one time I broke a lot of windows as a kid. We were playing on this tramp, and we were throwing rocks at each other, and one of them
Yeah, that's a normal thing.
yeah, well, we were kids. And one of them flew by, and we had these like glass doors, and it just shattered it. And I was the one who threw it.
Yeah.
I remember I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I couldn't hide it. You know, I in my mind I was like my first like, I should just go tell him now.
Yeah.
I did. My mom was just like, God damn it. Love you, Mom, but and then my dad came home. He just sat down. He's like, so you broke the glass door, huh? I was like, yeah. I was like just waiting for him to like get angry. He's like, well, you have to do some extra chores, pay for that, but we'll get it fixed. And I was like,
Well, maybe he was just responding really lightly because he knew that your mom had already yelled at you about it.
that, or you know, maybe it was like I came clean, or that
Yeah.
he was just like, I fucking hated that glass door, anyways.
Or maybe he was just like, I'm so sick of everything from work. I don't even want to
Yeah.
yell at you. Like, I don't even care.
He's already cowering under the sheets. Could be easy. But anyways,
Yeah, you were playing PlayStation Now.
yeah.
What have
yeah.
you been playing on there?
A lot of fighting games like
Oh,
Blaze
yeah.
Blue,
Yeah.
Guilty Gear. I love
Right.
those like anime kind of fighting games. Although the campaign sucks. It's just it's a movie.
Really?
You don't play it all.
You don't play at all?
No.
That's really weird.
I kind of enjoyed the movie, but then again, I'm kind of like, I want to kick some ass.
Yeah, it's a game.
Yeah, and I've also been playing some Metal Slug. I went through and played a Dragon's Lair when I was drunk really like one night because I never got to play that as a kid.
Yeah.
I always saw other kids playing it, like
Mhm.
at the arcade, and I was like, "Oh, that looks so cool!" But it was I can't remember why I didn't play it. I'm not sure. Oh, it was probably just because I was poor. But I played it, and that game's pretty hard. And like after playing, I was like, "This is really the hype that like as a kid because it's all animated."
Yeah.
So I went back and played that. It was fun, and then I was like, "Yeah, I'll probably never touch that again."
Nice.
A lot of games on there. I've just been going through, like, especially on drunken nights when you're bored.
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot of those bullet hell games where you're in the ship flying and killing things.
Right.
PlayStation Now is great. I do enjoy it, and that's why I think I was going to cancel it, but
Mhm.
I decided to let it run. I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
And they have Mega Man 9 and 10 on there, which I've been dying to
Nice.
play, but I haven't been playing them because I want to record those.
Right.
So I'd rather record them than just play them because I love Mega Man 9.
Yeah.
I got Mega Man 9 when I was living with you in Orem.
I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I freaked out.
Yeah.
I remember I woke up super early, went and got that PlayStation card.
Yeah.
Played that for a good while.
So I'm tempted to just do the 7-day free trial of PlayStation Now, but like I have other games to play, so I don't know.
I
if
would
really
honestly
wanna
say
spend it
wait
right
to
now.
do it then.
Yeah.
Because the reason why I did it is because I had been burnt out on Bloodborne.
Right.
Since it came out, I was just every day doing that.
Yeah.
Battlefront, it wasn't in me to play it.
Yeah. Battlefront was.
Yeah,
Let's just be honest. It was disappointing.
Yeah,
it was for sure
it
disappointing.
was. And it's just every time I pick it up, I'm more disappointed.
Yeah.
And then I didn't want to play Nathan Drake, so I was like, I want to play something. And I saw this was 7-day free trial. So if you're interested in it, go check it out.
Yeah.
7-day free trial.
There's a lot of good games on there. The PS3 had a great lineup of games.
Oh yeah, it was one of my favorite consoles.
Yeah, and like it doesn't have all PS3 games on there, but it has a lot of them.
Oh yeah, you have they have a lot of Capcom stuff like Street Fighter. They have all like Resident Evils. They have a bunch of stuff on there.
Yeah.
You'll find something. I'm guaranteed you'll find something on there that you will enjoy.
Yeah, for sure.
But speaking of PlayStation, I guess this is more of a PlayStation. Actually,
Well, we still have other games we've been playing.
yeah, that's true. All right. Wait, actually, it's been me this whole time. What have you been playing, James?
Well, I played a ton of Fallout. I've played so much Fallout, like, well over 50 hours at this point. To the point where I was like, man, I gotta just, like, take a step back and work on something else.
Yeah, I gotta play something else.
Yeah, so I actually went back to Batman and just played Batman for a little while to try to get the platinum in that.
That jumped my brain. I've been playing Batman too.
Yeah, you bought Batman like a week ago.
And I totally beat it. Well, I have the Riddler to deal with, but
yeah, that doesn't even matter.
Yeah, it's the Riddler.
You're at like 97%, right?
Yeah. Amazing fucking game. And the one thing I'm glad I didn't do is I was so tempted to go on, look at the spoilers, see how the game plays.
Yeah.
But I avoided all that shit, and I was glad I did.
Yeah, for like months.
Yeah, that's impressive for me. I mean, I'm always looking up spoilers. I love that shit.
Right.
But I'm glad I didn't. And they made Scarecrow the most devious best villain. If you don't know, he's my favorite villain of all time.
Yeah.
And they glorified him into the son of a bitch he is.
They did a really good job with him. They also did a really good job with the Joker. I loved how they had the Joker in that game because it was totally unexpected and there was always something new happening and it was
Spoiler
really
alert.
interesting. What do you mean spoiler alert?
I don't know the Joker in the game.
Yeah, I think everybody knows that the Joker's in the game.
By now?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Yeah. If we said how he was involved in the game, then that might be a spoiler. But, like, Mark Hamill's on the cast of the game, you know.
That's true.
The Joker's in the game.
And, yes,
but he died at the end of Arkham City, so, like, what capacity is he in the game, you know? I guess spoilers for Arkham City, but he dies at the end. Which I thought was really cool. I like that.
Yeah. There were certain things, like, overall, fucking love the game, and I hate going, like, saying I love a game and going back, and, like, because there were some things I was just, like, seriously, like, legitimate pissed about. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I think a lot of that is rooted in the tank and the Batmobile.
And certain villain encounters, because one thing I did love about the previous games is I love boss battles. I love having a big, healthy fat meter.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think the boss fight that everybody loved in Arkham City was Mr. Freeze. The Mr. Freeze fight. Which is, like, the epitome of, like, a Predator fight. Like, the stealth mode fight, like, melee combat. But yeah, in Arkham Knight...
Or actually, the Ra's al Ghul fight, too. I love that one, too.
Yeah. But in the Arkham Knight, they didn't have any melee boss fights like that. Not even any stealth boss fights like that.
No, not like that. I mean, there's definitely melee and stealth boss fights, like Two-Face.
I don't even honestly remember fighting Two-Face.
Yeah, Two-Face, you go stop some bank robberies, and then he comes in at the last, and you have to go around and kill everyone. All you have to do is go up and silently take him down, and he's done.
Yeah, so that's just like a normal Predator encounter.
Yeah. No, it's just a... But the thing is, he's got a shotgun.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of disappointing. Same with, like, Penguin.
Yeah. And then the thing that they did do boss fights for is the fucking tank. And I was like, this is dumb. You're not going to do boss fights for the whole game, and then you're going to have one in the tank. Yeah. And it's... Stealth in the tank is terrible. I hated it.
Oh,
I
it
hated
was
doing
tough.
stealth in the tank.
And I hated, like... Yeah, it's cool to have, like, a boss fight within the tank if they could have done something different.
Mm-hmm.
But how they had it with the Arkham Knight...
Yeah.
Where he's just, like, basically hauling ass all over you.
Yeah.
You have to sit there, like, run for, like, 5 minutes, and then sit there and, like, try to, like, scope on this side where he could just, like, easily look up. Like, that pissed me off. I literally beat that fight with, like, 2 HP.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Which brings me to Deathstroke. I was so excited to get into, like, a fist fight with Deathstroke.
Yeah.
But nope.
Just another tank battle.
Why the fuck would they do that to Deathstroke?
I don't know. And then, like, Deathstroke jumps out of his tank at the end, and you're like, oh, now we're going to have a real fight, and Batman just like, takes him down in, like, half a
kicks him
second.
in the groin, just like, oh!
Yeah, that was disappointing for sure.
And, you know, that actually makes me come back and respect Origins a lot, because the boss fight with Deathstroke in that was so much fucking fun. It was like, why couldn't they do this in this game? Like,
right. And I guess I get the idea that they're trying to do something new. They're trying not to retread on old ground, but like,
I like
that's
that
only
old
cool
ground.
if the new stuff that you're doing is good, right?
Yeah, I like the old ground compared to this new crap. Like, I could see it for a few fights, like Penguin, yeah, because he's not like Bane or anything, where he's gonna. Or Two-Face,
but at least give us one melee boss fight. There was no melee boss fights in that whole game.
And you know what? I was kind of glad that Scarecrow was like he is kind of a boss fight if you do the AR challenges.
Yeah, but he's not like a storyline boss fight.
No, but I do like how that whole thing ends up. Like Scarecrow, god damn it, man, he does a lot of fucked up shit.
Yeah,
he's like right neck and neck with Joker on how much he fucked with Batman.
Yeah.
If not more, in my opinion.
He did do quite a bit to him.
Batman's great. I haven't got around to the DLC. I don't know if I'm gonna get the season pass anytime soon.
I played one of the DLCs, and it was like 15 or 20 minutes of the Catwoman just like hanging out with Poison Ivy, and it was like this was dumb. This was not worth the money at all. But that's the one that I got for free with the game when it came out. So
like, it was free.
From what I've heard, all of the other DLCs are about the same.
Yeah,
so I don't have any interest in paying money for that.
I played the Harley Quinn one.
Yeah? And how long did that take you?
Like 20 minutes.
Yeah. And it's not anything of substance, just like a short little story in the Batman world.
Yeah, and they're like, what, $15?
Yeah, at least. It's not...
Bloodborne DLC is $20.
Yeah.
And
that'll provide a long time. Like,
yeah.
It's always weird to be like, well, you'll spend more time with this game, so it's worth more. Like, it doesn't really equate that way, but at the same time,
that's true.
At the same time, it's got to weigh into it a little bit, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, who's gonna spend $20 to play a minute or a game for 5 minutes?
You could go see 2 movies for the amount that you would spend on one of those Batman DLCs and get done with it in like 20 minutes, right?
Yeah. All right, you're totally right. Yeah.
That's just kind of ridiculous.
That was really disappointing. I could see if they include like 4 of those where it's like plays Red Hood.
Well, they do have several of them. I think they have a Nightwing one. I think they have a Red Hood, a Harley Quinn, and a Catwoman.
Do they not have a Robin?
I don't think they have a Robin one. But I could be wrong.
They have Batgirl.
They have Batgirl?
Yeah, he plays Batgirl.
Yeah. But what you're saying is like if you paid $15 for all of those, right?
Right.
They're all. I'm pretty sure they're $15 a piece.
See, I'd rather pay like $25. And if you did $25 for all of those, like at least like 3 of them, I would totally do that. I'd be like, and then,
I think that the season pass was like $50.
Okay, well that's probably what I'm looking for. But even then, like Bloodborne's giving me more than like 10, 20 hours on the DLC, whereas this is like sounds 20 minutes. Like,
for sure.
Yeah, my cock swinging this way today, boys.
Yeah. So, that was a good bit about Batman.
What?
That was a good bit about Batman.
Yeah, no, it was a great game. Liked it a lot. And really quick, we are going to be talking about the game of the year. I think we're going to be doing that next time because there's a lot of games I'm just looking at here.
Yeah, depending on what happens in this next week, we'll either do Game of the Year as the next episode or the one after that.
I've already made up my mind. Should be pretty obvious, but...
I'm not quite there, but we'll talk about it next time.
Yeah, but we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll get back into... Actually, it'll be like a second break for you guys, but this will be like 10 minutes for us. We'll be back. We're going to talk about, what is it, the PlayStation
Experience?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm experienced James Butthole. We'll be right back.
Yeah. All right, we're back.
We are back. It's nice being back.
Yeah.
We're always back.
We
always got your back.
We come back eventually.
We always do.
Yeah.
We're like the comeback assholes. Oh.
Okay.
I was going to come with something clever, but no, sometimes you just throw shit out.
Yeah. Sometimes that's how it goes.
Sometimes it's really good.
Yeah.
That was not. So, we were talking a little bit more about other games you've been playing, and you've been playing Final Fantasy VII, the remastered version.
I guess it's remastered.
It's not the remake.
Yeah.
We'll get into the remake.
Like, it is a little bit different, yeah, because like now they have you can speed up the game, like you can make it move at ×3 speed, which is actually super handy because if anybody's ever played Final Fantasy VII, you know that random battles and the cutscenes and all sorts of shit just takes a lot of time, and that was the hardest part of playing that game, is just how much time it took. So
I think if it's your first time playing it, play at normal speed.
I feel like for a lot of it you can play at normal speed, but for a lot of it there's no reason to wait so long for the animations to happen during the random battles.
True.
You know, like stuff like that was okay 20 years ago. You know, like I feel like we had more patience for stuff like that, but playing it now is almost just painful. So adding that really helped. It makes the game so much easier to play. They also added like a god mode, which I thought was kind of stupid.
Yeah, you
like,
were telling me about that.
You can, whenever you want, you can push in the right thumbstick, and it'll bring your health up. It'll heal you all the way, and it'll fill out your limit break, which is just like
easy mode.
Yeah, basically, you can use that whenever you want. I feel like they should have made that a little bit harder to get to, but you know, I guess I understand that they're just trying to open the game up a little bit more.
Yeah, they want everyone to enjoy it and experience it. And
yeah, but so far it's basically the same game. The sprites look a little bit better. They're definitely brighter.
I didn't notice that because before it seemed kind of more like fuzzy, or I'd say fuzzy / dull.
Yeah. But
no, it definitely looks better.
Yeah.
I myself has never played Final Fantasy VII, but I've seen that game played multiple times.
Yeah. I really like Final Fantasy VII. I played it way back in the day, and I've played it a few times since then. They came out with it for $10 at PSX, and so I was like, all right, I'll pick that up.
Nice. Yeah, they came out with another game. Or should we just go with the list?
Let's just go down the list of the order that things happened in. But yeah, I've been enjoying Final Fantasy VII. Like it's just a good nostalgia trip, and that's a good game. Like it would be hard to jump into if you've never played it before, right? But since I do have good memories with it, it's fun to go back. Right?
Yeah, definitely. It's one of those games like a lot of like RPGs like that. It's very nostalgic to come back to, like Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping they like come with that on the PS4.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And I would totally love to show that.
Yeah.
Certain games like that you can always come back to and enjoy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it would be hard to pick it up now, like since it's so old. Like,
yeah. It
definitely shows its age, right?
But some games age well, and that one doesn't age too bad.
No, definitely not. So PSX was just the other day, and that's PlayStation's convention.
Oh,
what? It's their dedicated PlayStation convention. And I had pretty high hopes for this. I don't know. I was hoping that they would finally announce some first-party games, since we went all of 2015 with no first-party games. Like, we had
Bloodborne.
That was Sony published, right? But it wasn't made by Sony.
Wasn't first party.
Yeah, it was made by From. So they published it. Like, there were a couple of games like that, but 2015. Which, like, I guess that's okay since they're selling. Alright, so we're having some troubles with this microphone and my computer.
Yeah, but we're going to push through.
That'll be okay.
So,
what were we just talking about?
First-party games. They weren't releasing a bunch of them out at the beginning of the year. So.
They haven't released any this year. And, like, we don't even know what most of their first-party studios are doing, right?
I bet you they're just waiting till E3.
Yeah, probably. But that's... I guess that could go, like, one of two ways. It could be, like, they're announcing everything at E3, and then we're going to see these games for 2 years before they finally come out.
Which I hope they don't.
I really hope not. Or they could go the Fallout route, which is, like, we're going to have these games out by the end of the year.
Which would be cool.
I would love that.
If they do that, I'm totally fine with it. But, I mean, I feel like they should at least announce at least one or two.
Yeah, I feel like they would have done it by now, but I guess they have their reasons and they didn't feel pressure to, you know, because they're selling so well right now. They're
kind of dominating.
Yeah, they really are. They have... I don't remember specifically, but I remember hearing over 30 million units, but I don't remember if that's, like, shipped to stores or actually sold through to consumers. But still, 30 million units from the release, like, 2 years ago, that's a lot.
Yeah, no, that's a...
Considering that the Wii U sold, what, like 11 million or something like that in its whole lifetime, and they're already talking about just putting that thing down.
Yeah. Wii U.
Yeah, but I kind of expected more out of the PlayStation experience than we really got. But
yeah, I came over and we watched this yesterday. We went through and watched everything that came out, and I won't say I'm disappointed.
Yeah,
Because I didn't go in with any kind of expectation, so I guess there's nowhere for me to be disappointed.
Yeah.
I just didn't like what they showed.
Yeah, I didn't think that much of it was that cool, but
there was some things here and there I was like, oh, fuck yeah. But, I mean, like, overall, it was just kind of like, meh.
So, I guess let's just go down the list. They started it off with an Uncharted little demo thing. I guess not really demo, just kind of a cutscene from Uncharted.
Which looked amazing.
It does look amazing.
It
looks really good.
Awesome.
Like, as far as visually, it just looks really, really good. Like, the facial animation, when he first sees his brother and he's talking to his brother and he realizes that it's him, like, just the surprise and the emotion on his face.
Oh,
yeah. I was amazed by that.
To a T. Like,
they got it really good.
It definitely, like, drags you in emotionally, which it's hard for games to do that because
for sure.
Half the time you're just like, oh, okay, mission 1 to 2, let's go. Like,
you
just go through the game like that. Very few games can capture that. And
it looks like it will.
Yeah. I own the Uncharted games. I have not played them.
I played the first 2 because I got that in a pack on PS3, but
see, I got the pack for my PS4 where it came with the 3.
Right.
So I still haven't played it yet. Bloodborne consumes too much of my time.
I'll have to borrow that from you at some point and play through those games.
I'll give you that. You can totally do that.
I will.
Because I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I want you to return my favor.
How?
Just pointing right where you know.
This is an audio podcast, you know. You
I know, because...
You can't just point.
Just pretend he's fondling me. Like, Indian burn style.
Okay. So in the Uncharted demo, they had they let you pick what dialogue Nate said to his brother.
So like Mass Effect.
Well, they do let you pick what he says, but I seriously doubt it's going to be like Mass Effect with branching paths and like if you say this, then this will happen. I think it's more just going to be like to let you personalize your experience with the game, right? Because you've been with Nathan Drake for 3 games now, right? So the thing that happened in the demo there was your brother asked you what you've been doing this whole time. And it gave you 3 different options, and those 3 options were the main things that you did in each game. So you can kind of pick what was the most important to you. So I think it's just to personalize the story to you a little bit more, but I don't think it's going to be like branching paths, like choose your own adventure type thing.
That'll still be pretty cool.
It will be, yeah. I don't know. There's probably games that have done that before, but this seems like it'll mean a little bit more just because the past that everyone has with Nathan Drake, right?
I know with people that have played Uncharted and love the game, like, that is very personal to them.
Yeah.
Because we had a friend back in high school that talked nonstop about that game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I don't know.
Clementine.
Oh, Clem, yeah. He was super stoked on Uncharted.
Whenever we talked about video games, he would always just plug in Uncharted. Just like, oh, is that Uncharted? Then I don't give a shit.
Yeah, he loved Uncharted and God of War 3, and that was like, that was what he was all about.
But I love that guy. I hope he's doing good.
I'm supposed to go see him on Saturday.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Can I give you like a little bag of fecal matter to give to him just so he remembers me?
I'd rather not. Oh. No, I really don't want to.
Sneak it in your back pocket.
You'll sneak it in my back pocket. Yeah. Okay.
But anyways, so Uncharted, the animation looks great. I am excited to see. The one thing I did notice, like that was gameplay,
right?
Where he's talking to his brother, but there's no like action gameplay.
Well, have you seen the earlier demos for it?
Oh, is that the one where he's in the Jeep?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. That.
It looks really good. It looks awesome.
No, I'd love that. Okay, I thought that was for number 3 for some reason.
No, that's for Uncharted.
See, I don't keep up on Uncharted that much then, so yeah, it makes sense.
It looks awesome. It's supposed to come out in March.
This March?
Yeah, it's coming up real soon.
Wow.
I don't know if they really have enough time for that to make the game as good as they have the standards for, because it wasn't that long ago that they had all the stuff with they had Amy Hennig writing the game, but then she left or got fired or whatever. She's working on a Star Wars game now, and they basically rewrote the game. Like from what I've heard, they've had to change a lot of it. So they recast his brother as Troy Baker. So they had to do all of the motion capturing on that, and then they had to animate to that. And if the story's different, then like how much are they going to be able to piece together? Like, I just don't know if they'll be able to make it on time, but it seems like they should have said something by now if they're not going to make March.
And it's still
right?
Naughty Dog, though, right?
It is Naughty Dog, yeah.
I do like Naughty Dog. I have faith in them.
Naughty Dog is
awesome.
awesome.
I feel like, if anything, they can recoup from these kinds of struggles. Because I've known there's a few games in the past. I can't even remember now. I'd have to look them up. But... Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby, baby.
What are you talking about?
No, because that thing was moving.
So you think it stopped recording?
Yeah. Ooh, baby.
All right, so we're paranoid about this thing working right. We thought it had stopped working, but it was okay.
We've lost a good bit of recording because of the mic, but...
So we're paranoid about it now.
Yeah, so that's why I got my Ooh Babies. But I just hope you take that, like, you know, you can save it on your cell phone, make it your ringtone.
Yeah, we'll just leave it in there.
Hit me up personally, I'll make you all sorts of Ooh Babies.
But anyway, we were talking about Naughty Dog.
Naughty Dog, yeah. So I know I remember hearing a few years ago that they struggled with the game in the past and ended up
I think the only game that they've delayed is The Last of Us.
And I think that's the game I'm thinking of, but that game did phenomenal.
Yeah, but
okay, that makes
but they delayed it to make sure it was up to those standards. Right.
Do you think Uncharted has any chance of being delayed?
We're getting to the point where it's too late. You know, like
if
you would have asked me a couple months ago,
pretty like on the spot when they delayed theirs.
Right, but Batman announced their date and then like a month later decided they were delaying it. But it was still like 5 months out before the release date. Right?
And this is like what, only 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess like 3.5 or something. I don't know when in March it comes out, so.
Well, I hope they don't delay it. That would.
Yeah, like I feel like if they were going to delay it, they probably would have said something by now. But I don't know how they can get the level of polish that they always have in their games in that timeline. But then again, I don't know anything about making games, so.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I don't.
But yeah, Uncharted should be cool. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm actually. Like really considering going back and playing those games.
Yeah, well, you have them. You might.
Yeah,
as well.
I might as well.
Yeah.
But I think that's good about Uncharted. So let's get to the part that just made our jaws drop in the worst way possible.
Yeah. So the next thing that they showed was the Final Fantasy VII remake, right?
And so when they first announced this back at E3,
right,
I thought it was gonna be like the same Final Fantasy story, gameplay, just updated graphics.
When they first announced this game, I was stoked for it. Like I said, I really liked Final Fantasy VII. Everybody's been wanting them to do this forever. They finally decided to do it, and everyone was so fucking stoked. I feel like every time that they have talked about this game or showed it after that, just makes people way less excited for it.
Oh no, they raped
Definitely
it.
Me personally.
They raped it. I need a rape whistle.
So, like, they showed gameplay in this, and it looked pretty good, right? The actual movement and everything looked pretty good.
It looks fancy as fuck.
Yeah, but what disappointed me was definitely the battle system.
Yeah.
It looks like Final Fantasy 15, Kingdom Hearts style active battle system.
I would rather have them go back to the old Final Fantasy system.
Right. Like, I don't want to play Final Fantasy 15, right?
Yeah.
I want to play Final Fantasy 7. I don't want Final Fantasy 7 made to be Final Fantasy 15.
Why are they doing this with all their games? Like, people love that RPG strategic. I'm getting drunk.
Strategic turn-based gameplay.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. This is why we have James here. Just kidding.
But yeah, like that battle. Oh, this goddamn microphone.
They fucked it. They fucked it all.
I think it's just my computer.
I was talking about Final Fantasy VII.
Okay, we were
still
jumping
going back
right
in with some rage,
yeah.
just like.
Yeah. So the battle system doesn't look at all like what I want.
No, I mean I enjoy hack and slashes, so I'm kind of interested to see what they do.
It's not going to be hack and slash though. Like you played Kingdom Hearts, didn't you?
Yeah,
it's going to be like that.
Was hack and slash.
I guess, kind of.
I would consider hack and slash. It was like a strategic hack and slash.
All right, okay, but I want the turn-based gameplay. That's what I really want. I want the active time battle system.
Did you notice how everyone was booing it?
I did not notice that.
Nah,
no.
it didn't happen, but they should have.
Okay. Yeah, so then right after that, like the next day or something, somebody from Square Enix said that it was going to be episodic.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's not even going to release as one full game. It's going to be episodic. And that's because they said that to get the level of detail and polish that they want,
that's how you
couldn't
up
get it
for
all
a
in
good
one.
old raping.
For real.
Show terrible gameplay and then tell you it's going to be episodic.
Yeah. So
I hate the whole episodic scene. Like,
yeah,
I
really.
fucking hate games that are like that.
I feel like the only games that do it well are the Telltale games.
Even then, like, I have no interest in playing.
Yeah, I'll generally wait till they're all out.
Yeah.
Like, I do not want to... I saw a meme today that was pretty funny, but it was also terrifying. It showed... it was a meme of Final Fantasy VII, and it had Disc 1, and it said, Episode 1, $60, and then Disc 2, Episode 2, $50, Disc 3, Episode 3, $30. And then, get Yuffie as DLC, $20. Get Vincent as DLC, $20. Save Eris, $20. And it's like...
They better not. They probably will pull that shit, though.
That is a terrible thing that I don't want at all, that they could ruin the game with, but it's pretty feasible that that's what they're going to do.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? If Square Enix does that, I'm not going to play it.
No, I don't.
They've lost me.
I don't really want to play it anymore.
I imagine they're not too worried about losing one customer, but,
No.
I mean, like, I don't think I'm the only one who's standing by this.
But, like, they've said that they're going to let you go to parts of Midgar that you couldn't go to before. They're going to be changing the story to fit the episodic theme. Like, they're really just making it into one of their new Final Fantasy games that nobody likes. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand why they would do that.
If you're going to make a remake, like, make it an actual remake. Don't make it a whole new game. They might as well be calling this Final Fantasy, like...
The reimagining.
Yeah.
Which I don't want. I don't want Final Fantasy 15.
I mean, the game looks beautiful.
It does look really good.
It looks really good, but I mean, that only goes so far.
Yeah. So, they built up so much goodwill with announcing it and being like, alright, we're going to give you guys what they want. And then they've just done everything they can to take the wrong steps and just upset everyone that's really a fan of the old Final Fantasy games.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen a lot of...
Those are the dedicated fans.
Right. And I've seen a lot of people on the internet be like, well, what did you expect? You know, like, you're never going to be happy with what they give you. And I guess to some extent that's true, but, like, that's not our problem. They should be making it to satisfy us, right?
Right.
I don't know.
I mean, when you hear remake, I imagine it's the same game, update graphics, you know, like actually animated scenes like they would have done with Advent Children.
Right.
And I was like, that would be fucking amazing. Like,
right.
I would totally play that. And then they kind of have this bullshit, and then next day it's like, oh, it's episodic. It's like,
yeah,
okay, way to just lube me up for a good old butt fucking.
Yeah. I'm pretty disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm pretty convinced that it's just not going to be very good.
That's sad, dude. That was one of the best titles when we were kids.
It is super sad, yeah. And, like, when they announced it at E3, I was super fucking stoked. Like, I think everybody was.
Yeah. Now everyone's starting to, like, turn away.
Yep.
They're digging their own grave is what they're doing.
They've been doing it for the last 15 years.
Yeah. It's too bad, because Square Enix, like, if they just would have wised up, they could have been doing really good right now.
Yeah, but...
It's not our problem.
You know, like, Final Fantasy 15 was announced as one of the Final Fantasy 13 games, and then it became Final Fantasy 15. They announced that game in, like, 2006 or 2007.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And it's still not out yet. It's hopefully going to come out in 2016.
And that's an MMO, isn't it?
No, Final Fantasy 15 is not.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I know which one. But that one looks to have the same combat.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
I see. Yeah, that...
Yeah. Not stoked for Final Fantasy or what Square Enix is doing. Square Enix isn't even making the Final Fantasy VII remake. They hired another studio to do it.
Jesus.
Yeah. So...
Lazy fucks.
Well, they probably have a lot going on, but, like, if you don't have time for it, then you probably shouldn't make it.
Yeah, well, you know, it is what it is, and
yeah,
I'm not too stoked about it. I really don't care.
Yeah, I'm pretty disappointed about it.
So let's move on then.
Yeah, let's move on from the depressing stuff.
Yeah. So Battleborn.
Yep, Battleborn was next. They came out and talked about the beta for PlayStation 4 and
Which I'm
announced
totally
a new
gonna try.
character.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't say that it's really caught my attention.
I was really big into Borderlands 1, the
Right.
first one,
Right.
and seeing how this game plays, I really like how it has a very like emphasis on like co-op campaign. I love those games like that, and the fact they have all these really cool characters that I've seen. Like one of them's a witch that has like 4 arms and like 9. There's like a feral lady. And how you upgrade throughout the system, it sounds kind of almost like each level you just start back from 0, is my understanding. I haven't put too much
Like
research into the
almost
game.
like a MOBA, right?
Yeah, just kind of like a MOBA.
See, and I know that it's becoming a really popular trend to introduce MOBA elements into your game, but for some reason, as soon as they say it's MOBA-like or like it has MOBA elements, I lose like all interest. I don't want to play a MOBA.
Well, that's the thing is I enjoyed a lot of MOBAs. I played League of Legends, hell, before even the 41st character came out. I started with the original 40. You remember that?
No, I don't. I remember you playing League of Legends, but I have no idea what you're talking about with the 41st character and the original 40.
Yeah, so they originally came out with 40 characters. We actually, me and my friend Chase.
Yeah.
You know Chase. Yeah. We bought the game from Walmart, and it was actually a CD copy.
Really? Back when games came on CDs.
Well,
Computer
we didn't know that you could go online and download it for free,
right.
And so we were like, why the fuck do we buy this? And we were all like weirded out. But later we found out that it came with a code to unlock all 40 characters, which we had just lost.
You lost the code.
So we bought League of Legends for apparently nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
then
I
lost
mean,
everything.
Yeah, but I play that game. I really like a lot of MOBAs. I was more into them back in the day. But I do like seeing kind of more of a different aspect on it as far as like doing like first person modes.
Yeah.
And like I said, like I'm not a big first person shooter fan.
Yeah.
But I am a very big like co-op fan. Like that's why I love Halo 1 and 2 is to play the story mode.
Right.
That's why I like playing first person shooters, but you throw me a first person shooter against players like Battlefront.
Yeah.
Totally upsetting, but and another thing too is I like all the characters that Battleborn's throwing out.
See, and character shooter just doesn't really interest me. I don't know what it is about it, but every time I've seen that game, I just kind of tune out and
yeah, I
don't know. It's just not my type of game.
Well, it's mine, so
yeah. I guess I'll probably try the beta. Like if it's a free open beta, why not?
Yeah, we might as well get it.
Yeah.
How about we stream some of it just for like an hour?
If it's a free open beta, then I'll totally do it.
I imagine they will be. That's what they're doing with Street Fighter.
I don't know if it's a free open beta. Like a lot of these are closed betas, so you have to get invited to them.
What?
Yeah, you have to like sign up for something or pre-order a certain game or something like that.
I'll bitch slap them. That's what I'll do.
But yeah, the next thing that they talked about in the conference was Street Fighter V. They announced a new character.
They announced Fang.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm confused about what his name actually is because like on the over the like loudspeaker announcement he said Fong, like with an O sound, Fong, and then when the guy was actually talking about it he said Fang. So I'm not sure which one it is, but it's definitely F-A-N-G.
Fing.
Fing. Fung.
Fing Fang Fu Chong.
Yeah.
He is a Chinese man. And he is quite weird. I feel like
very weird.
I feel like this is so. Japan and China have a conflict. They've had this for years. They just kind of hate each other, but they don't go to war over it. They just
not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. But they definitely dislike each other, and I feel like this was like Japan's just way to be like, well, we do need a Chinese character.
Yeah.
Let's give him Fong.
Yeah.
It's this weird, like lanky.
Yeah, he is pretty flamboyant.
Yeah, he's very flamboyant.
Yeah.
Like, but he looks like he's gonna be fun. Like,
he does look like a goofy enough character that it would be fun.
yeah, and I mean, with fighting games, I love those goofy characters that have like weird elements that like kind of surprise you.
Right.
So he looks like a character I would actually enjoy. So I was kind of like, oh, this is cool. Like, but after watching, it, I was like, I feel like that was just kind of like a hate remark on on China, but
yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, it looks alright. Street Fighter V should be pretty fun. I don't know that I'm gonna buy it. Like, I really enjoyed Street Fighter 2 way back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
But I haven't really played any of the others. Like, I played Street Fighter 4 on 360 for just like a couple of hours, and it was a bit too much for me.
We played some Street Fighter back in the day, and
Right, Street Fighter 2.
was that 2?
If we played it on the Super Nintendo, then it was Street Fighter 2.
It wasn't 2. We played it on on the PS3.
On the PS3?
Yeah, and you played was it Jazz a lot, and I was always Cammy. It was in the Orem.
It might have been like a re-release of Street Fighter 2 or something, but I don't think we ever played Street Fighter 3.
I think it was released of 2, but I remember you got pretty upset when we played that game.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, that you probably blocked out that rage. You broke a few controllers over that. Well, just one.
Did I break a controller?
Yeah, and then I broke your laptop.
I do remember you breaking my laptop.
That was an accident.
Yeah.
I didn't mean that.
That's alright, I've mourned. It's been several years now.
I know. We blood mourned together.
Yeah, so Street Fighter 5, that's coming. PlayStation 4 exclusive.
Yeah, I think I might get... I've been really getting into fighter games a lot lately. So I'm excited. I really want to try the beta.
Yeah.
But with PlayStation now, I can go back and play Street Fighter 4 right now.
Yeah.
So...
see how it is.
Yeah, and I imagine it's going to be very similar to that. They don't really tend to stray too far. Like, they always add a few elements here and there, but they do a good job of just making a decent fighting game that is memorable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The vodka speaks.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. But then they talked about a couple other things. Oh, one thing that I know you'll be really excited about is Nuclear Throne finally came to Vita and PlayStation 4.
I know that. I'm so excited. I love Nuclear Throne.
Yeah. I still have not played it. We made deal that I had to play Nuclear Throne for you to play Minecraft, and I still haven't played Nuclear Throne.
Well, we talked about you coming over this week. We're going to do some recording sessions. And we're finally going to have James on James doing some recordings here.
Yeah.
And Nuclear Throne. And now that it's finally on PS4, it's going to be a lot easier to record it. So,
yeah.
Well, why not? Let's do it. The game is hard as hell. Like, I could go off about Nuclear Throne. I'd rather save that, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll talk about it another time, but it is now finally on PlayStation 4 and Vita.
If you want a really hard, fun, challenging, permadeath, over-the-top shooter game, Nuclear Throne's the way to go.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun, quick matches, and you'll get fucking infuriated.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
So then they had Adult Swim come out, and they announced that some of their games were coming to PlayStation 4.
Yes.
And the one I think both of us were interested in was called Death's Gambit.
Yeah, and from what I've read and seen online, it's basically Dark Souls meets 2D side-scroller platformer.
Right.
Which I love. We love Dark Souls.
Yeah,
we can agree.
It's no secret.
I love platformers. I love 2D, and I love pixel art.
Yeah.
So it's like they just like jammed this all into a bottle and shoved it up my ass, and now it's being injected into my brain with solidity like fuck sauce. I
could see this game being really good. I could also see it being something that I just kind of pass over to.
I think I'm gonna enjoy it a lot, and I think what will happen. Here's my prediction. Now that I'm predicting it, you're just gonna be like, nah. I'm definitely gonna get the game.
Yeah.
I know you should definitely come try it, but I think after, like Dark Souls, you can't play that game for an hour and get sucked into it. You have to try for a good bit before it's like, okay, this game's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Because that game's always throwing new elements. I'm really hoping that this does the same. But one thing I'm most excited for is the art style.
Yeah.
It looks awesome. I saw this game back. Was this game announced back at E3 or was it PAX?
I honestly have no idea.
I think it might have been PAX.
Got no idea.
PAX seems more like a thing for this game. But anyways, it's coming. Did they have a release date on it?
I don't remember. I don't have it written down.
It should be soon.
Sometime.
Yeah.
It'll happen. Just trust us.
I'll stream it when it comes out.
Yeah. So then they had Tim Schafer come out and talk a little bit. They're remastering another one of his old adventure games. Did he come out and talk about
his shaft? His shafter?
No.
His Schafer?
Okay.
Sorry, I just...
Yeah, they're releasing another one of his old adventure games.
Oh, Day of the Tentacle.
Yep, Day of the Tentacle. Which one did they do last year? It was, fuck, I can't even remember.
Monkey Island? I don't know.
No, it wasn't Monkey Island. It was one of his old adventure games. Oh, fuck. Oh well, it doesn't matter. But
yeah,
they did the same thing last year. They had him come out and announce a remaster of one of those really old ones.
I can't remember.
So it's like they're just doing another one this year. Maybe that'll be a cadence for them. They'll just do one every year.
Day of the Tentacle. I played that when I was like 5 or 6. I was really young. Barely remember most. Like I do remember that game. Like the visual art. Every time I see it, I'm like, oh, I remember that because I played it as a kid.
Right.
I don't remember playing anything about the game playing. I just remember it. Honestly, like it's cool that he's doing this and it's coming back out. I really don't have like.
Yeah, I'm not really interested.
Yeah, like it's cool they're doing it, but I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not real big into adventure games. Like, I got whatever their newest game is, Broken Age. I got that for free on PlayStation Plus, but I still haven't played it because I'm just not really into adventure games, you know. Like,
yeah, I actually played like a good 3 hours of that game.
Yeah, how was it?
It's good. Didn't enthrall me though. Like that's the reason I haven't picked it back up. I was like, it looks amazing. Like the art style is really cool.
Yeah, it's got Elijah Wood in it.
Yeah, it's got a few people. It's got Jack Black in it too.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Nice.
He plays like some kind of cloud priest or something.
Yeah. So maybe one day I'll go back to that.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as that goes, not really too sold on it.
So the next thing that really caught my eye was Don't Starve Together is coming to consoles.
Yes, and you haven't played Don't Starve Together, have you?
No, I've played a lot of Don't Starve, but I have not played Don't Starve Together.
See, you've played Don't Starve in Reign of Giants, whereas I've played Don't Starve and Don't Starve Together.
Yeah.
So I had on Steam, and then Matt bought it, and he bought me the copy of it too, so we played together. A lot of fun.
Yeah. It seems like it would be fun.
Yeah, I mean, and one thing you don't really think about, it's like, oh, we can get so much more done. But you have to realize you have to have so much more supplies for, like, supporting 2 people.
Right.
And then at that point, you're like, shit, we need, like, twice as much grass, twice as much twigs. And so you're all, like, you kind of divvy out jobs. That's how we did it. We really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it should be fun.
It just sucks when one person dies, it fucks the other person over.
It makes it so hard.
If you don't have an altar or anything to bring that person back, you're done, and that person's left with their own.
Do they have some sort of mechanic to bring the other person back?
I think there is. Oh, so the other person becomes a ghost.
Oh, really?
And if you find one of those pig altars, you can go into the altar and revive yourself.
Oh, really?
Or if you have one of those, what are they? You make out of the beard hair.
Right. A meat effigy?
Yeah, meat effigy. You can go into that as well and revive
Oh,
yourself.
so the other character can make a meat effigy, and then you can jump into it?
you can go and possess it and get revived. So
cool.
It's, like, once you're dead, you're not...
That's totally doable.
Yeah, you're not dead for, complete, but, I mean... Yeah. Once one person dies, depending on what's going on in the game, like if you die during the middle of a wolf invasion, which happened more than you think, the other person's left fighting the wolves, trying to get supplies.
Right.
And it could be snowing, raining.
It's totally doable.
It's totally doable, and that's what makes the game actually kind of fun, because it makes it a little bit harder in the same sense it makes it easier.
Yeah.
How they balanced it was amazing, and it's also Don't Starve Together with Reign of Giants, which I haven't played. Yeah. So... I think that might be helpful to take down the giants. Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know. Those giants are pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, it definitely make it easier, but I mean, like, those giants are, like you said.
Yeah. So that should be fun. That's coming out sometime 2016.
And, really quick on top of Don't Starve, I know I saw a while ago Shipwrecked.
Oh, yeah.
Which I imagine this is an expansion pack that's coming out after Don't Starve Together, so I imagine it's going to be part of the Together series.
I don't know. I doubt it because they haven't announced Shipwreck coming to consoles because I don't even think Shipwrecked is on PC yet. And
no, they just announced it. But I mean,
generally they bring the stuff to the PC and then they port it over to console.
Okay.
So I really doubt that Don't Starve Together on console is going to include Shipwrecked.
I mean, not when it comes out.
Yeah.
But eventually.
Well, yeah, eventually I'm sure that they'll let you download Shipwrecked and then play it together.
Yeah. Oh, I'm hoping that when it comes out, because it sounds like Don't Starve Together is coming out before Shipwreck, so I'm hoping when Shipwreck comes out, it's already compatible with Don't Starve Together.
Oh, I bet it will be on the computer. Yeah.
I'm hoping that.
And then when Shipwrecked eventually makes its way to consoles, I'm sure it'll work that way as well.
So that'd be cool.
Yeah. That should be fun. So the next thing was that game Neo, that like ninja-looking game.
So. When the first 10 seconds of this trailer, I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And by like the end of it, this is actually the title I enjoyed the most from the presentation.
Yeah.
It looks very much like Samurai Ninja, like Dark Souls based.
Yeah. The what I thought was that it looks like the Afro Samurai game.
Yeah.
If it was mixed with Dark Souls.
If they took the best parts of Afro Samurai game, because Afro Samurai game, if you ever played it, it was
pretty terrible.
Yeah, we've played it. It was not that great. But this, how the combat looked and how fluid it was, you can notice like he's in there for a quick second and jumps back out. But this was the only game that actually showed more than 10 seconds of gameplay.
I don't know if that's 100% true, but
yeah,
that's definitely the impression that I got too. Like most other games weren't really showing gameplay; they were mostly showing like cinematics and
cinematics. Like Don't Starve Together showed some. The adult, which one was it? Death's Gambit that showed a bit. Street Fighter showed a bit. Like look at this, it was like overall though you'd only see about 10 minutes of gameplay, or not 10 minutes. I wish 10 seconds of gameplay, but this game. The trailer was mostly gameplay footage.
Yeah.
And it does look very just like Afro Samurai mixed with Dark Souls, and I'm hoping that it's the same difficulty because that would be fucking awesome.
It could be a lot of fun.
I'm definitely following this game. I'm definitely going to be keeping up with it.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah. And it's spelled interestingly too. Nioh.
And it's
a weird way to Neo.
No.
No.
9. So it's Neo. Nihon.
Yeah.
That's how we got it. Like, oh yeah, we were playing Nihon. It was great. Nihon.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't scream at the mic.
That's probably a good idea.
Nah, I'll keep doing it.
So then they showed Brutal.
Ass as fuck too.
No, it's an ASC2. That's what they call like those old games that they didn't have graphics for, so they would just use text, like the $sign and the different directional arrows and things like that. They would use that
like a dungeon.
Dwarf Fortress is a very popular example of that. There's no graphics; it's all just text.
Text-based.
But it's not like a text-based adventure where you read anything.
No,
they just use the text symbols to make
the characters
graphics,
and the movements and.
So. They're kind of taking that as inspiration, but they're really just using that to decorate their character models, it seems like.
Yeah.
So they're kind of harkening back to that, but still using modern technology and modern game design sensibilities.
And this is one of the titles that only showed like 7 seconds of gameplay. Like it had very great cinematics, but when I saw the actual gameplay, I was like, oh, that's what it looks like.
It looks like a team dungeon crawler.
Yeah, but I wasn't sure if it was like a hack and slash MOBA. Like, they didn't really explain any of that.
Yeah.
It's just like, check out this sick, sweet game.
Like, it did catch my eye because of the graphics.
Oh, yeah, it looks beautiful.
But, well, I don't really know what the game is, honestly.
I could say Final Fantasy looks beautiful, but I mean...
That's true, yeah.
That's the thing is when they only show so many seconds gameplay, it's really hard to say if it's going to be something you enjoy or not.
Alright, so I guess we'll just have to keep an eye on that and see how it goes.
We'll keep you updated.
Yeah, so then they showed their Ratchet and Clank remaster. So, I'm not sure if this is a remaster or a remake or what.
So this game is based off the first game, based off the movie.
So it's a remake of the first game?
So it's a game based off the movie, based off the game.
Okay.
So looks like it's actually a bit of a different Ratchet and Clank. They might be having a lot of the same few elements from the first Ratchet and Clank game.
Yeah.
But since it's now been converted over to movie, you know, things have to get moved, shifted, make more sense because you can't have random missions that they include. So it sounds like it's going to be more like, you know, based around the movie, the cinematic that they have going on there.
Yeah. Well, I never played any of the Ratchet and Clank games, but...
Oh, I loved them, dude. I played probably like 4 of them.
Really?
Yeah, when I got my PS3, I played a lot of it.
Well, this definitely looks like a Ratchet and Clank.
Actually, no, that was probably my Ratchet and Clank was on PS2, right? Was that only PS3?
I think they probably had 1 or 2 of them on PS3, but I think most of them were on PS2.
Yeah, I played a lot of them.
Yeah.
Like, I can't remember. It's been so long, but I remember my dad would just be like, here you go, Ratchet and Clank. It's like, okay, sweet.
Nice.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I've kind of grown out of that.
Yeah, I can't say I'm going to play it.
I'm excited for the movie.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna see. I love 3D animated films.
I'll watch the movie if it's on like Netflix one day, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to go see Ratchet and Clank the movie in theaters.
Dude, I have these tickets for opening night. Now that you just said that, like, I'll just take Jeremy.
All right.
No, just kidding. I don't even know when the movie's coming out. Oh, and the next point is probably the funniest. Like, I was breaking up because I remember we were watching this and you'd pause, like, you walked away and you're like, yeah, just enjoy this tech demo.
Yeah, I didn't want to give you any impression of what I thought of it. I just wanted to let you watch it and see what you thought.
Yeah, it was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
You left me. I'm sitting in here watching this for like 10 fucking minutes. These two. Yeah. One guy who could barely
I didn't want to
speak.
talk to you about it because I wanted to wait for this right here.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you did. Like, but that one guy could barely speak. The other, like, who do they pick to be presenters? First of all, like, that kind of annoyed me that the guy was. I'm not a good presenter. Why throw me up on stage? I know you shouldn't. Yeah. So don't do it.
But it was just a tech demo, and these guys were just like standing on these pillars and throwing discs at each other.
Yeah, with VRs on. It's like, that looks neat, I guess.
Okay.
I imagine if you had the VR on, that would look cool, but they didn't.
It seems like it would be really fun for like half an hour or so. And then
throwing
it would be like,
frisbees,
right.
That'd be fun for like 3 minutes.
Well, it would just be fun to be like, oh, look, I'm in this little virtual world, and I can like look around wherever.
Yeah. But no, do that with Minecraft, and you're gonna lose yourself the rest of your life.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But
once they bring Minecraft to the VR or Oculus VR, whatever you have,
I'll have a lot of fun with that for sure.
Oh yeah.
But that tech demo did not show well.
Oh no, it even glitched. One of the characters couldn't even throw...
his hands weren't working.
He's like, well, just go ahead and throw frisbees at me.
Yeah. I don't even know why they showed that.
Yeah, I feel like that, like, after they got off stage, they just, like, went back and just started drinking shots, like, we're losing our job, man. Fucked it all up.
Yeah. But then they had several VR things. The next thing that they showed was Res Infinite, which is apparently, like, an old series. This is just, like, a new installment in the series.
Really? Okay. So. Well, it's definitely for those people who enjoy doing acid and watching light shows.
It looked crazy. Like, I've never played a game like that. It looked like you were just like flying through space, almost like StarCraft type thing, just like shooting at these blocks. But you could look wherever with the VR helmet, and it's like
that's neat.
Yeah,
but I don't feel like there was enough structure behind the game. Like
it's like, why do we need to play it like that instead of just playing it with a controller on the TV?
Right, and I'm all for one for crazy light shows. You know, I did it for a long time, but. I mean, like, it just seemed kind of overkill on it. Like, almost like...
My favorite part of this presentation was honestly the guy that was playing it, and he had that whole light-up suit going
Dude, there's like 4 of those guys. Did you not see that?
Was it 4 of those guys?
Yeah,
I thought it was
like
just the same guy.
No, it was...
I thought it was the same guy, and they just had him displayed on different screens.
No, because they zoom out, and there's like... You could see 4 guys in suits, and they're all sitting there, like, glowing out, just like...
So what were the other guys doing, then?
I think
because only one person was playing that.
Show. It was all for show, man.
Standing there with a suit that lights up.
Yeah, I mean, if I got paid to do that, it's like, go put this blindfold on, and we're going to put a suit that lights up. It's like, well...
But, yeah, again, VR just did not display very well.
No, it didn't. Well, that's a hard thing to display because...
It really is, yeah.
The thing with the VR is, when it, like, fully encompasses your vision, it, like... I've heard people playing the roller coaster simulator, and they can actually, like, feel it because it's tricking your brain.
Right.
But you can't sit here and watch a computer screen have it trick your brain.
Yeah, have the same effect. Right.
So
one day we'll just all have to try VR to really know what we think about it.
Go watch those trailers on VR and you'll be like, this shit's sick.
Yeah. But they did have a couple more VR things. They had Eagle Flight, which looked like just you flying around as an eagle in first person.
Yeah, I mean,
flying through a city.
The trailer was pretty cool. The only reason I was kind of like, alright, this doesn't look too bad is because the only thing I like about Battlefront is flying around in TIE fighters.
Yeah.
So.
But it's another thing where it's like, I could probably have fun with this for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, and then it's like, after that, I don't know if I'd... But I imagine it's like a full dollar or full title game, you know, so it's like, why should I even bother?
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I know, like, this, I think this sets a good treading way for other, like, games like that. If they came out with a Fighter Squadron for VR, holy shit.
Well, they we'll get to that in just a minute, but they do have a game like that.
What?
Yeah. So let's talk about the couple other games in between first. So they had a Zombie Taxi Driver, right?
Yeah.
That game looks pretty funny.
This is my favorite one. I saw it at the whole like VR thing.
I thought you said Neo was your favorite.
No, well, Neo's my favorite. But Zombie Taxi Driver was my favorite VR.
Oh, VR. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't come close to Neo.
It looks like it'll be like just a really fun, simple
just
game.
Goofy game. Kind of reminds me of like Simpsons
Hit and Run.
Hit and Run, yeah.
But again, I'm right back to like, why do we need the VR to play this? Like, why am I not just playing it on a controller with the TV?
The only thing I can see is like, I imagine if you played it on TV and then had the VR on.
Yeah.
You know, like we haven't really experienced the VR, so
right.
I think.
But I don't see them making any games that really necessitate this VR.
Yeah.
I don't see it. But I guess we can't really know until it's out.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, once it comes out and these developers can actually get their hands on it and know what
the developers have it.
Yeah, so we haven't seen much from the developers.
Right. So are they just taking time and making games, or do they not know what to do with it? Can they not figure out
I honestly
a solid
think
experience
they don't
with
know
it?
what to do with it.
That's what I'm worried about, too. Like, I think over time, people will definitely figure it out, but I think it's going to take some years.
Yeah, I mean, well, compare this to, like, when Nintendo came out with their VR.
Right, yeah, the Virtual Boy.
It's taken a lot of time, and I'm glad we're, revisiting that aspect, but I still feel like it's going to take us to get to that aspect.
It's just not something I feel like I need to spend several $100s on, right? It's just not. So then they showed Gollum, which I don't even know what this game is. It looked beautiful.
Oh, yeah, it was
great art
probably the
design.
best looking VR game there was.
But I have no idea what the game actually is. Like, it looked like some blind girl was controlling a stone golem.
Yeah, it was, and she's like sitting there in front of her TV, like waving her hands, and then it shows you playing the golem, like walking over some shit. Like,
yeah.
The only thing I was thinking of is like
didn't show much.
Yeah, I don't like when games don't show gameplay. Like they can show me all the cinematics they want, and then a lot of those games that do that and they finally show the gameplay, it's like
it's disappointing.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. But anyway, I don't want to talk about Gollum anymore.
So the next few titles are VA or VR that you can't they're compatible, but you don't have to have it, right?
I'm not sure if it's the next few or just this last one.
I'm pretty sure because I remember we talked about this.
Yeah.
Because this next game, I was actually super stoked for.
Yeah, this one does look pretty fun. It's 100-foot robot golf.
Yeah.
That looks like it's going to be a pretty zany, goofy game.
When you hear that, you think it's just be giant robots golfing in the city, but how they display the trailers, like half the time they weren't even fucking golfing. They were just like attacking each other and
doing
all sorts of shit.
It looks like it's going to be just like a goofy, fun game. A lot like the Zombie Taxi game.
Yeah.
But again, why are we playing this in VR? Why are we not just playing it on a TV?
Well, this game doesn't require VR.
That's true.
So that makes total sense. Like, if you have VR and you can play this game with it, cool. But like, with this game, I'm glad that it's not VR specific, or else I'd probably be hitting it.
Yeah.
But one thing I thought was super hilarious is, with a lot of games like Blaze Blue and like a lot of the Japanese anime games I've been playing, going to very like cinematic cutscenes where it's like, oh, we're so serious, and this game did that, but it was completely ridiculous. Like, it was funny. It reminded me of like Team 4-Star.
Yeah, it does look pretty funny.
The best way to describe it, but
but that does look interesting. I'll be excited to see that when it comes out. And the next one, actually, I forgot to write down on our list, but it is probably the one I'm the most excited about for VR. And that's Ace Combat 7. And that's
I thought that was Eagle Flight Simulator.
No, Eagle Flight Simulator is just like you're an eagle and you fly around the city.
I thought Ace Combat 7, yes.
Ace Combat 7,
that's the one I was thinking of then.
Yeah. Ace Combat 7, like, I feel like the thing that everyone can understand will work really well in VR is flight simulators.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what Ace Combat is. It's a flight simulator. You're dogfighting. So that could be really cool. Like, I played old Ace Combat games like Ace Combat 2 and 3, and I think even 4. those games are a lot of fun. And like if I can fly around in a ship with the VR headset on, like that would totally work for VR, right?
That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean by like doing Fire Squadron.
Yeah. And
with the VR.
I don't know what the gameplay is actually going to look like, but just the idea of flying around in a plane in VR is the most excited I'm about. For
yeah,
VR,
well, yeah,
sure.
because you're definitely gonna have like that full encompassing
Yeah.
vision where you're like,
well, and
you feel like you're driving the plane.
The good thing about that is you can control where you're going, and then also shoot in a different direction. Not like fucking Star Fox where you have to shoot where you're flying to.
Yeah.
But then you can also look all around. Like that's why VR is going to work really well, so that you have those three axes of control.
I feel like flight simulators, racing games too.
Yeah,
actually,
racing games.
Because you can sit there like that's how like controlling a plane or car is. Like you are looking forward, but your hands are doing something else. That's what feels natural.
Yeah.
And so when you look over, but your hands are doing this, it doesn't feel awkward. Whereas like you're doing a combat game, you look over, your whole character turns, like, you're like, wait, what the fuck?
Your character's running, but you were just sitting down. That's gonna be weird.
Yeah, but I think like you said, these games are definitely gonna do the best. I hope they can do something. I don't know. I'm really hoping for VR. I am really hoping, but everything I've seen so far has just been shit.
Yeah, maybe one day.
So the next game I saw, I was super stoked for. I was like, "Fuck, this looks fucking cool!" And you're like, "Oh, you have to have Destiny," and I was like, "Well, fuck that."
Yeah, well, it's the Destiny Sparrow Racing. Like, it's DLC for Destiny.
Yeah, that only lasts like 3 weeks.
Yeah, for some reason. I don't know. I don't even really want to talk about this, honestly. Like,
yeah,
we'll talk about Destiny another day.
Yeah.
But they're bringing Sparrow Racing to Destiny, which they probably should have had all along. But...
Yeah, and the fact that like that's the one thing I would actually make me buy Destiny and only lasts for a few weeks, just more reason for me not to buy the game.
Yeah.
Anyways, Hob.
Yep, Hob.
At first I didn't know what to think.
It's like a 3D platformer.
Yeah, at first I was kind of... I don't know, what do you think about it?
I can't say I'm interested at all. Like, the art direction looked pretty cool. It looked like it might have some cool puzzles, but I'm just not interested in playing a 3D platformer. I don't know. Like, I don't feel like harkening back to the PS2.
Yeah, I think I might have fun with it. I'm definitely not saying I'm going to go out and get it, but I'm definitely going to keep watching it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Then the last thing that they did as part of the conference was they announced Epic Games' new MOBA that is a console MOBA. And now I'm not sure if it's PC and console, but it's definitely coming to console. Which, if I'm not mistaken, that's like the first actual legitimate MOBA on console, right?
Yes and no. I think we only have like 10 minutes left of this, or even 5, but we're going to have to pause real quick before we get into this.
Okay.
Because my bladder's about to explode.
Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, we're back.
Yeah, I just laid down some nasty jams with my B-hole. My A-hole.
How about the C-hole?
The best hole. That's why they call it the B-hole. So yeah, we were talking about Paragon.
Paragon.
So this is there was another one, Gigantic. I'm not sure if that one's coming to PC first or consoles or at the same time.
Yeah. Again, I'm not interested in MOBAs. It didn't show us any gameplay. It was all just a cinematic.
Very cinematic, yeah. And
it sure looks like a MOBA.
Oh yeah, well you got the 5 versus 5, and there's towers shooting people. You can tell it's MOBA, you know, like or you know, just
So I'm personally just not interested at all.
It would be best if they showed some gameplay.
Yeah, I think that's what it comes down to.
Some other side notes about so we're done with those. Were all the main videos and events they showed.
Yeah, that was PSX in a nutshell.
Yeah. Penis 10.
Penis 10.
Yeah. The PP10.
Yeah, we do have a couple notes down here of stuff we wanted to talk about.
Yeah, Game of the Year, go! No, I'm just kidding.
No, we're not doing Game of the Year.
I know, that's next week.
That's gonna be quite a bit.
We got some. We have our list. We're working on it. We're not gonna say anything, but
we'll talk about it.
Yeah. So really quick, I would like to talk about the trailer Well, all right.
So you wanted to talk about Mighty Number 9?
Yeah, okay, let's go with my number 9. I just had two things conflict me at once. And it's like, my number 9.
Yeah.
Get the good news before the bad news. All right, this game looks amazing. I love it. It did so well on Kickstarter. I wouldn't say as well. It might have been a little bit better than Shovel Knight, but the thing with Shovel Knight wasn't like a well-produced company that was not well-produced. They're very well-produced. Well-renounced company.
Yeah, that nobody really knew who they were.
Yeah, with my number 9, this guy who made Mega Man.
Inafune.
Yeah, Inafune. Yes, thank you. I should know that.
Yeah.
Came out. It's basically just Mega Man 2.0. I'm super stoked for it. It looks just like Mega Man. They added some dashing skills, so it looks like it almost looks like they mixed the original Mega Man with Mega Man X with updated graphics. Because you could dash in Mega Man X,
right?
But they are kind of feels like Mega Man NES to me. So that comes out here in February.
Yeah.
And it's going to be co-op play. They have a Minecraft skin you can get. It just looks amazing. I'm super stoked for it. We're going to be playing it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be playing it.
Yeah, you're definitely going to be playing it.
Yeah, so...
I doubt I'll play it much.
Yeah, so they originally did delayed the release date. But... it's coming out.
Yeah. It's eventually going to make it out.
It gets delayed, and you're just like, well, fuck. I could be playing it right now, but...
But it'll be better because it's delayed. It'll be a better game overall.
Yeah, and I think they needed the time.
Yeah, probably. But one thing that you did mention to me is that we've seen the trailer for Mighty Number 9 a million times over this past week. And it has been pretty ridiculous how much I've seen that trailer. They've been marketing it a lot.
Which leads me to believe, because they released a lot on Kickstarter.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if they're abusing their funds to get more advertising in than what the funds they should have been using to actually put more of development in the game.
Yeah. I guess that's a real fine line because they have to have advertising. They have to have promotion.
But I mean,
it might just be the fact that they paid these companies to advertise in this amount of time, in these 2 weeks, right? That's when they're really pushing their advertising hard, and we just happen to see a lot of those commercials, right? So who's to really say if they're spending too much on that and not enough on development? They've got to do some advertisement.
But I think the reason I made that comment is because we had for the last week, it's almost everything I click on, it's Mighty Number 9.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I love the game. I'm super stoked for it. With how many, it just feels like I said, and like you said, we don't know.
Yeah.
They do have to spend a certain percentage on advertising because the only people that knew about it before this were Kickstarter followers or people that follow certain game communities.
Yeah.
But if you're some 12-year-old or 13-year-old that doesn't know about this game, you're going on to go watch, I don't know, whatever.
YouTubes,
and then they see this trailer and like, oh, this looks amazing. Yeah, that totally makes sense to me. So
yeah.
It makes sense, but I think I'd seen it so much for a week straight. I was just like, are you kidding me? I'm gonna get this game. Stop showing me it. You're just making me jealous.
And then the only other thing we have on our list is Psychonauts 2. Tim Schafer came out with a video.
Was that a Tim Schafer game?
Yeah, that's Tim Schafer.
Double Fine?
Yeah. They're making Psychonauts 2. This was Double Fine's first game with Psychonauts. I played it way back on the original Xbox.
Oh, so much fun.
Yeah, I really liked that game. It was a lot of fun.
Very intuitive, too. Not intuitive.
It was really original.
Yeah.
It was like a 3D platformer, collecting game, but the different levels were you would go inside of people's minds, and so nothing would make sense there. They could do whatever they wanted, but you were at, this psychic summer camp where they would teach you how to use your psychic powers, and
yeah.
It was just a lot of fun. It was a really original game using some tried and true mechanics.
It's definitely one of the best 3D platformers for, when it came out in its time.
Yeah. And Psychonauts 2 should be good, Double Fine does make good games. They have a lot of games I'm not interested in at all, their point and click adventure type stuff.
Yeah.
But
I love Brutal Legend.
yeah, Brutal Legend was fun.
Brutal Legend was so much fun.
Psychonauts was fun. I don't know. We don't need to list all Double Fine's games,
Yeah.
but they have a very wide variety of what they're capable of, and they do really well.
I feel like Psychonauts 2 now with the, what they're the new engines of games.
Yeah.
So they're definitely be able to bend those boundaries more and
Mhm.
really get into like new puzzle mechanics that they weren't able to do before because
Yeah.
of the software.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to see that. And I know they started, what was it, Kickstarter?
Yeah, they just launched a Kickstarter the other day.
First day they raised over $1 million.
Yes. I'm pretty sure their goal is like $3 million, and they raised over $1 million in 24 hours.
Yeah. I mean, they're definitely going to hit it. I imagine they'll get it. My guess is like 4 to 5 million.
Yeah. But that should be cool. That's the last thing that we had on our list. So this is
not on my list.
What else do you have on your list?
Yesterday, Nintendo
Oh, yeah. Okay.
December 6th, Nintendo states a big release is coming
Well,
out.
it was like a quote from like their president or like some high up Nintendo executive. He said
Reggie Fils-Aimé!
No, it wasn't Reggie.
Oh, I know.
They said that there was going to be a big announcement on Monday. Something big was coming on Monday. So now it's Monday. I was really excited to see what it was because depending on whether they talked about the NX or something like that, we could have had like a totally different podcast today. Nintendo says something big is coming. You anticipate that, right? Turns out it was Minecraft on the Wii U.
And it's going to be $30.
Which, like, the computer version's like $26, so I guess it's not too far out of line.
I mean, like,
on the PS4, I paid $20 for that game.
Yeah, you're a few years behind Nintendo.
Yeah, just a couple of years behind on this whole Minecraft
Jesus.
thing. Yeah, honestly, I don't care at all.
I don't
really care
like.
about the
I
Wii
was
U.
so disappointed because I was hoping for a Super Smash Direct because
Yeah.
they said it's coming out this month.
Yeah.
I was hoping today was going to be the day. So I'm sitting there like constantly refreshing their homepage on YouTube. Like while I'm at work, I did like every 30 minutes. Like okay, it's gonna be here soon.
Yeah. So this is probably just a case of mismanaged expectations. Like.
Oh yeah, Nintendo's great at that.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, like, when I got in, because I always read, like, different news, or, video game articles, that was one of the first ones I saw. I didn't expect that to be their big news.
Right,
I was like,
yeah.
oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
And then come to find out that was it. I was like, oh.
Yeah. Which, I love Minecraft, but, like, everybody's already played Minecraft wherever they're going to play it. Like, we don't...
There's
really
no one out there
the
with a Wii U that's like...
Oh my god, I've been waiting to play Minecraft till it's on the Wii U.
There might be that one guy.
Yeah.
That one
There's
guy.
one dude.
I wonder if they're going to... Like, you can play off... Like, one thing I read, it's like, you can play off screen from your TV. It's like...
I can do that on my Vita.
Yeah, I was like, who... Like, that's really your managed selling point. Like,
Yeah.
God.
You can play it on an iPad. You can play Minecraft on your phone.
Can you really?
Yeah, you can play Minecraft on your phone.
Yeah, and now that Wii U's finally getting it, it's just kind of like a testament of dumb
Yeah.
technology. I'm sorry, Wii. I love you. I own you.
It's just Nintendo being behind the times like they always are.
And the NX is supposed to get up on the times? Yeah, I doubt that.
Yeah, we'll see.
They're
I
saying
still have
that,
hope for the NX.
I know,
do have
but
hope.
they're saying that the NX is supposed to, like, blow people away. Just how the Wii was and the Wii U. But no one knew what the fuck... Okay, so, Nintendo, I love you. I'm still going to buy your stuff. You sold me for life just because...
Yeah, let's talk about the NX another day, whatever.
Yeah.
This has been a long episode.
Alright. It has been, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been like over an hour and a half for sure.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, we'll come back. James got to decide on his game of the year.
I still do.
My game of the year is probably going to be Bayonetta 2.
Yeah, did that come out this year?
It did.
Yeah?
I never played it, though. But it's going to be my game of the year.
It's going to be game of the year.
Hands down across the boards. Everything. Bayonetta 2.
Bayonetta
Get
2.
ready for it, folks. It's fucking happening.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Cool. Alright, well, we'll be back next week. We haven't really talked about what we're going to do for Christmas, whether we're just going to record an episode or not. Like, I'm not going anywhere for Christmas. All my family's in Texas, so...
I'm not going anywhere.
What? You're not going to your mom's house?
No, I might go to my dad's for like an hour.
Oh, yeah?
But you guys might not know this. I'm a Grinch.
Yeah?
I don't like Christmas.
Not digging the whole Christmas thing.
Mm.
Well, Christmas is on a Friday, and we generally record on Monday or Tuesday, so Christmas shouldn't get in the way. We'll probably just do another episode.
Just do a Christmas special.
Christmas special.
On Christmas, me and James will just put like Twinkies on our nuts and swing them around on the screen for like.
That'll work really well for an audio podcast.
I'm not saying audio.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. We appreciate it.
We love you all.
If you listen to this, please leave us a comment on YouTube or wherever. Let us know that you're listening to it. Let us know if you like it.
Yeah.
It would be cool.
And just you wait. We're going to have a lot of gameplay footage coming up. Some things are changing. I'm not going to be drunk and lazy as much because James will continue to beat me.
Yeah.
Just kidding. He doesn't. It's called love.
That's what I call. All right. I'm tired. It's time to go. This has been too long. We'll talk to you guys later. Have fun. James on James, episode 8. In the books.
In the books.
All right.